first, fast, accurate. You're watching WSBT 22 News at 5 with Jennifer Copeland and Todd Connor.
I cannot think of a more petty, vindictive, and gratuitous act than to impeach an already defeated president a week before he is to leave office.
My vote to impeach our sitting president is not a fear-based decision. I am not choosing a side, I'm choosing truth.
In breaking news right now at 5, as lawmakers in the House vote to impeach President Trump just minutes ago. He has now become the first president ever to be impeached twice.
Both Democrat and Republican members fiercely debated exactly 1 week after a violent assault on the Capitol building where 5 people died. Unlike the first impeachment, this time 10 Republicans joined with Democrats.
Natalie Brand is on Capitol Hill with more on the impeachment.
With bipartisan support, the House of Representatives has voted for a second time to impeach President Donald Trump.
He must go. He is a clear and present danger to the nation that we all love.
Passions flared during the floor debate over charges the president incited last week's violent and deadly assault on the U.S. Capitol.
The cameras of history are rolling. We must act.
We are on an absolute race to the bottom.
The third-ranking House Republican Liz Cheney and a group of her GOP colleagues voted yes.
These articles of impeachment are flawed, but I will not use process as an excuse.
Over the past 24 hours, at least 10 Senate Republicans have come out against impeaching President Trump, most of them citing issues with process and timing.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said today he's not made a final decision on how he will vote and will listen to the arguments when they're presented to the Senate. But a spokesman said he will not reconvene the Senate for an emergency session, meaning a trial likely won't take place until after President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration next week. Speaker Pelosi has already named the 9 impeachment managers who will act as prosecutors. In and around the Capitol, large groups of armed National Guard members and law enforcement remain on high alert. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Many Republicans in the House voted to impeach President Trump, including Michigan's 6th District Representative Fred Upton. We wanted to know why. WSBT 22's Tolly Taylor talked to Congressman Upton shortly before that vote this afternoon.
You know, you've indicated over the past couple days that you'll vote to impeach President Trump. You know, can you explain why you're supporting impeachment?
Well, you know, I think the final straw obviously was last week. I mean, that's really what this is all about, the attempted insurrection at the Capitol. The president's lack of remorse, his line yesterday that he is absolutely, it was absolutely appropriate in terms of what he said and did, I think was the final straw for a lot of members. The effort to really undermine, reverse the election. But the folks that stormed the Capitol, the violence that they had, the president's statement yesterday that it was totally appropriate in terms of his actions, knowing that he called these folks patriots hours into the struggle. Obviously, a number of people were killed. Serious damage, really, to the Capitol, and the fear that, and the understanding that, frankly, they were going to try to kidnap and execute Mike Pence.
Indiana Representative Jackie Walorski voted against impeaching President Trump, and we just received a statement from the Republican that says, quote, Congress should entirely focus on uniting the American people and strengthening our country. Impeaching the president with less than a week left in his term will not advance either of these goals, end quote.
All right, we want to give you a look at the scene outside the House chambers today. National Guard troops were stationed inside the Capitol while lawmakers met to vote on the articles of impeachment. The heightened security comes 1 week after rioters broke into the Capitol. Anyone entering the building must now go through a metal detector.